Peace, greetings. We are live finally. If you are in the space, give thanks. Give thanks for coming on. Give thanks for showing up. Maybe we could do a little bit of music while we get ready. Can you all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I'm having a bit of all right. I think I see my hand. If you could see me, let me know. Can you hear it? I'm grooving with this song today. I think it's been on repeat for a while. So, we just enjoy the music. All right, enjoy the sound. I won't do this thing. I won't do that thing. You see my hand? Okay. Good. I'm going to show you some food in a little while. Maybe some mangoes. I don't have any coconuts. Peace, everyone. Welcome to Sovereign Sunday. I see Sister Kashia in the chat. Welcome. I see Brother Antonio. I see Chief Yard. Give thanks. Thank you very much for being in the space. I greet you all. This is our first day. I also see Maxine in the chat. Big up to the DJ. I hope the music meets your approval. I hope it meets your approval. All right. So yeah, I was jamming with this today. So I realized that if the camera is too dark, let me know. I've been trying to work with it, move with it, trying to make sure you get to, you could see what I'm doing, so you could replicate this a little bit. The song has been sandblasted into my brain after working at a bar that play a lot of Latin music. Yes, Latin music. I've been feeling it today. Yes, yes, yes. And it's a type of song that has a jingle that will stick in your head, right? And it just makes you feel good. So welcome to everyone. Give thanks and praise for your presence, and just thank you all for sharing that space. I will you all are moving strong, moving healthy, focused with vision, and I will that your day was productive. All right. So I decided that Buddha bowls will be a good shift for us because it's summertime. You don't always want to food prep from scratch. So I figured that, at least I'll say this. In the Caribbean, the Sunday is the day for a large food prep. And I think the same is true for other parts of the world, right? Everybody kind of, well, greetings, Sister Naya. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Greetings, Deidre Sully, MPH. So, yeah, as I was saying, the Sunday is always that big food prep day, right? And sometimes you get lost in the middle of the strong. You're like, what should I eat? But if you do a large food prep on a Sunday, it gives you the opportunity to mix and match and recreate all sorts of amazing dishes once you have a large bulk of different items prepared, right? You can make wraps, which we've done before. You can make a veggie board, or veggie platter rather. You can. There are just so many different ways to spice it, right? The thing is, when I figured all that, like Buddha bowls seem to be the thing. I actually realized that we in the Caribbean we eat Buddha bowls every day because a Buddha bowl is just a large a hodgepodge. It's a large bowl or a tiny bowl if you watching your figure, right? But the thing with Buddha bowls is they are just a hodgepodge or a combination of all sorts of delicious foods combined. And the thing about it is it allows you to pull on different nutrients from different things. So you can put kimchi in there. You can put fermented foods in that type of bowl. You can chop up root veggies, you can steam them, you can mash them. There's just different ways to make Buddha bowls. And the beauty of them is that you don't have to food prep every day. All right. So that's the beautiful thing about the Buddha bowl. You can take bulk prepared items, an array of them, and just, the bowl becomes your canvas. You just throw some here, throw something there, put a little bit of this, put a little bit of that, spice it right, and you're good to go. All right. If the screen is distorted a little bit, just let me know. All right, just let me know. I want to make sure you can see everything. I have a little bit of chatter in the comment section. So let's go to the comment section. Sister Kashia says, love making these and using them in wraps. This summer it can be too hot being over a stove. It definitely too hot with the stove, the oven being on for long periods. It can be a bit much. And there's just so much time to explore outside, to work outside, to function and move outside. You want to get your movements in. So it definitely, Buddha bowls definitely allow for that. Just being able to eat a variety, but at the same time, your food prep becomes super efficient, right? Really efficient. Sister Deidre says, I hear fermented foods can sometimes be good for the gut all the time, right? I mean, if you overdo it, it becomes a problem. But yeah, fermented foods are excellent source of probiotics for the gut microbiota. They get happy when they hear fermented foods. So anyway, so today I have a wide variety of things. And I have a secret too, right? I did not share this, but I'm going to share it now. I'm going to actually show you all how to make mango salsa. And, I really love mango salsa. Really, really do. Because it's sweet and hot, right? Sweet and hot. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Your regular salsa can be tangy, it can be sour, but and sometimes bland, right? So I have to spice it. Everything I do, I gotta spice it, right? We're not putting nutmeg in it, but we're gonna spice it with some heat. But before I do that, I thought of a story that I could tell, right? So many years ago, I studied at a university in Cuba called the um, University of Camagüey, right? And then I moved to a second university. Actually, I was at Ciego de Avila, which is the first community college that I went to. And then I shifted to Camagüey. Now, when we were in Ciego de Avila, there was just a large variety of people, students from the Caribbean, along with a lot of Africans. The population of Africans studying in Cuba back then was insane. It was insane. But we would food prep pretty much in a very similar way, right? On a Sunday, we would make large batches of food. And one of the things we realized after a while was it made sense to team up in dorms and actually create a food prep schedule. So it made things so much more efficient. We had so much more study time. That was really good. The interesting thing though is when Jamaicans food prepped, we would always look at the bowl and we would say like, there's a lot of food here, but there's not a lot of variety, right? And this is I'm not throwing any fire for Jamaican dishes, but maybe some shade a little bit. But the truth is, we realized that, and we said, "Wow, it's interesting how there are variations in the way we culture is, right? Even though we're in the Caribbean, there are these shifts and changes and differences. So you'll see, and back then, there were people who ate fish. I wasn't eating fish at that time, but you will get rice on your plate with a steamed fish or a fried fish, right? And in those cases, I would obviously have veggies and rice because I ate rice then. All right. Now I know better. There's like a ton of arsenic in and rice, and that carb overload is not very good for you. There are other options, and we are working with those options today, right? But back to the story. I promise you, I'll try to make it quick. I'll try to make it quick. So, maybe I'll take my time just because, all right. Okay. So yeah, back to the story. But so when Jamaicans cook, that's how we saw food on the plate. It was two things: you got a fish or veggies, and you got some rice. Now, and their coconut rice is really good, right? But when I saw someone who was from St. Vincent or Grenada food prepped on that Sunday, the meals always on the plate you will get about 4 or 5 different dishes, 4 to 5, and I can't remember all of them, but I'll go through the list. On that dish you will get a little bit of pumpkin, steamed pumpkin, garlicky steamed pumpkin, and then you'll probably get some spinach cakes, right? So instead of using fish, we would use spinach to make spinach cakes, right? Instead of making fish cakes, you would get probably get some eggplant, you'll get some rice, and you'll probably get some tomatoes, like tomato with avocado, that type of salad. Um, because again, Cuba was, at that time where we were in Ciego de Avila, there were acres and acres of farmland around us, and the avocados were everywhere. So we ate avocado every day. So that's kind of what the plate looked like, and it made me, when I discovered Buddha bowls, I was like, oh wow, this is a new name, but the truth is, this is how we eat in the Caribbean. There are always these little portions of food on the plate, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. So the Buddha bowl is the same. All right. So today's Buddha bowl, I'm going to utilize some avocado. Can you all see me? Can you all see my screen? I have to dip down a little bit to make sure you can see. I think it's frozen. Oh, okay, good. At least it's frozen for me, but it seems like you can see. So I'm going to add some avocado in it. I marinated some red cabbage, and I like the bright pinkish color of the red cabbage, so I marinated in vinegar, and then like I wash it off so that purple color can brighten. So I have purple cabbage. I am going to add some bean and almond sesame balls. These are like falafel balls that I created. Um, they're not really baked or anything. I just mix my cooked beans along with some almonds and sesame. It's very simple. And I added some mushroom powder to give it that heavy taste. Okay, so we're going all over the place today. And I'm going to add some quinoa. So quinoa. Now let me tell you, this quinoa, wash your quinoa when you use it, right? We talked a little bit about quinoa from our last Sovereign Sunday, but for this one, this is cooked. When you cook it, not last, I think it was a couple Sundays prior to. When you cook it, make sure you wash it, soak it just like you do with rice, and wash it, and then put it in about an inch of water above the line of the quinoa and let it cook. Make sure you're monitoring it because you don't want it to burn. When it's done, that's when I add all of my chopped seasonings, and I also included chopped onions and chopped celery here. So they're only affected by the heat, right? I'm not cooking them or boiling them. They're only softened a little bit by the heat coming off of the quinoa. So essentially the quinoa is cooked, but all of the added veggies are all of the added veggies are raw. Is there a yeah, of the added veggies are raw. I'm gonna add some arugula. All right, just give me 1 second so I can pour out the arugula so you can see it. Not be surprised by it. Arugula. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna add is I'm gonna add mango salsa. So I'll show you how to do the mango salsa right here, right now. The one thing I do not have is a knife, and that knife is gonna miraculously come to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But maybe he's having a little bit of an issue getting over to the table. So in the meantime, if you're going to do mango salsa, you need cabbage, right? You need some cabbage. And so in this bowl, I have cabbage that I marinated in coconut aminos, and you can add any type of seasoning. So I'm going to add some chopped onions. I need a knife. When that knife flies on over here, I will be able to slice this mango. I might, eat just a little piece and, just show you how juicy and sweet it is. But, all right, so we have all of the components. I am going to add to this marinade. Again, this is marinated in coconut aminos, and this is smoky, so it's heavy. You're going to need some other seasonings. I am adding some South African smoke blend, which is, it's a very heavy blend of paprika and chili and other red hot peppers, including the seeds. I don't like to work with seeds so much, but today I will. I'm adding some smoked paprika to it as well. I forgot that I'm not showing you all. I'm gonna add some of my, I like to add this green onion seasoning mix, so that's going in the bowl. All right, it's in there. I'm gonna add some seasoning peppers. So these are seasoning peppers, and I really like them because of the strong taste, the strong flavor that they have. They are not oniony at all. Their taste is very distinct, but at the same time, it's strong and it adds a lot of good flavor to the food. So I like to mince some. So I'm just gonna chop up some. You probably can see me chopping and moving, and I could smell it. It smells so good, so good, so good, so good. All right, let me jump into the chat a little bit. How long? Brother Antonio says, how long did you leave the red cabbage to marinate? I only left it for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. The vinegar really pulls the color, right? It makes it brighter, but some of what's happening too is that it is extracting some of that deep color from it. And I don't always throw away the water. I use everything. So I would take that not water, I would take that vinegar, pour it into some sort of little jar, because I always have jars hanging around, and I will use it as the base for a dressing that I make later on, because I always use a little bit of acid in my dressings. If it's not lemon juice, then I'll use a little bit of vinegar. All right, so that was it. That was seasoning pepper. Now I'm going to slice onions. I don't want to mince my onions at all. I have minced onions and chopped onions in the quinoa. So I am just going to put some slices of onion in here. There's a bit of onion in here already. So, that's that. Boom. I have minced garlic. So I'm going to add some minced garlic to this. All right, you can see the whole bowl going in there. All right, minced garlic. Now, there are about 2 whole cloves. You can put more, but if you're not a fan of the strong taste of raw garlic, dial it back. All right, and even though I'm giving a semi recipe, I still say you have to taste. Right? And you can never extract from your recipe or your ingredient bowl. You can always add. So if you're adding garlic, add 1. And if you want more, add a second. Now, if you're making this for the next day and it's raw, you're not cooking it, because mine isn't cooked. It's raw. Always remember, raw food is at its best the next day, because the flavors sit and they marinate. And also you have the moisture, and some of the acids help to pull out the nutrients, and they also soften the food. And once it starts softening, it makes it easy for you to digest. All right, so it's almost like it begins that digestive process, right? Um, I have, I know you probably see a whole camera and a whole light in here. All right, it's probably better now. All right, let me see. Ooh. Sister Deidre says, "Do you have these deeper lessons in workshops?" I do, of course. This is all a build up. It's all a build up to the cheese workshops. We're going to do pate workshops on pates. We're going to do raw breads and non-flour breads. I'm going to show you all how to do what do you call those non breads? Listen, these are all in the works, and these are just little tasters, right? Little tasters to get you excited about what you can learn from the sovereignites. All right. Brother Antonio says he's been looking to add some sauerkraut to my eating. Right. So sauerkraut is a little bit different. Sauerkraut is marinated in um, either you can either use again I call it a bath, but you can pickle it, right? But it's also a bit fermented, so it sits in that jar for far longer than 20 minutes. You want to sit it in that jar for weeks, all right, several weeks on before you use it, making sure that you use a proper combination. Don't just use pure vinegar if you're sitting it in there. Use a brine, right? That would help you. um, but making sure again that you don't sit it in vinegar for all those weeks, because it becomes you won't be able to eat that. All right, there's a combination to it. So I added onions, I added my seasonings. I am going to peel the mango. All right, I'm gonna peel the mango. I don't know if I trust myself. You know why I don't think I trust myself? I don't think I trust myself because this mango is so ripe, and you want a ripe mango. You want something that is going to be juicy. You want something that will have a lot of flesh on it, right? And you want something that you know has a good taste, okay? So if you're not into the different flavors of mangoes, um, you know, ask me, I'll let you know. Okay, there's Beth, there's Peach, there's Calavini. But if you're not from Grenada, you may not know these different names. You may have your own names for these types of mangoes. So I want slices. So I'm gonna just slice a half. This is one half of that mango. I want the whole mango in there. So I'm just gonna keep peeling. All right. Um, has anyone ever really heard of or seen anything like mango salsa? I'm talking on my whole face is off screen. And I asked because when I discovered how delicious the combination of sweet and savory is, along with the heat, the pepper, and the smokiness. And I realized I made it for a couple people, and they really enjoyed it, right? It was different, and they liked that about it. It's also a very nice light dish to make because, again, for summer, you want nice light dishes. So I'm going to put the other half, and I'm going to cut the rest later on. Okay? So I want slices. I want nice slices. I want slices, and it's so juicy. Listen, I'm gonna admit, uh, I'm gonna have some more of this later on. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit more later on because it is so juicy. All right, this is the perfect mango for well ripened for a smoothie or a shake. So I'm slicing. You can make them thin or chunky. I am making them thin. I'm making them thin because I want to make it thin. All right, I want to make it thin. I want to mimic the size to the best that I can of the cabbages, right? The shredded cabbage that I have here. And I mean, for this dish, the you can use the red cabbage, right? The purple cabbage rather. I'm saying red cabbage, but you can use that purple cabbage instead of See, it looks so good in my hand. It's just falling. It's so soft and juicy. So that's it, right? This is mango salsa. I'm gonna mix it just a little bit. I'm gonna put my hand in a glove to mix it because again, the mango is so juicy. Sister Deidre says, like Haitian pickles. Oh, yes, it is like Haitian pickles. It is that you marinate the combination of vinegar as well as I think people put water in it, and then you can add pimento in there if you like. I don't know if Haitian pickles includes pimento, but this is smelling so divine. So if you make it, please, 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 don't forget to take video and share, 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 share. And by the way, we had one sister who was able to recreate her veggie platter and it looked so good. I kept posting it all day because it was so good. So shout out to Sister Maxine, all right, or I don't know if I could say the other name. Sham the Joy was she was able to recreate her veggie platter utilizing the cheeses and the dips that we created in July, and it looked so good. They were raving reviews, and apparently your family enjoyed it. So shout out to Sister Sham the Joy, Maxine. All right. So here we go. This is mango now. This is mango salsa. You can add more if you like to. Um, Add more mango, that is, just to make it sweeter. You can squeeze the rest of the mango juices over it, but I want my salsa less juicy because I have other things in here. I'm gonna add some sauces and so on later on, not right now but later. All right, so I'm gonna start to build my bowl. Okay, if I have a bowl that I could build from, let's see. I can make a bowl. All right. Oh, and plus I'm gonna add some avocado to it too. Avocado. All right. Brother Antonio says, not sure if I can call it salsa. I make a tomato sauce with both blended mangoes and a few mango chunks to add to steamed veggies. The sweetness of mangoes and a little heat is great. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, thank you for the little heat because I almost forgot to add my peppers and my smoked paprika. So I'm gonna do that right now. Just adding in that smoked paprika. All right. And sometimes it will change the color because smoked paprika is so bright and vibrant, but the taste is definitely um, distinct. All right, and good. Distinct and good. So I'm gonna start to build my bowl. I took my avocado from this bowl. I'm gonna use the same bowl. Um, I'm going to put green veggies at the bottom of my bowl because I want to fool whoever it is that I'm giving this bowl to. I want to hide the greens at the bottom. So I'm going to add greens to the bottom of my bowl. All right, let me just move it over so you can see. All right. And I'm going to do this, put this here. And move this over here so you have space. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. There's one other thing I want to do. I keep moving all over the place, so just give me a second. I like to make sure that the sides of my bowl is white, so I'm always super obsessing over wiping the bowl. So don't worry about me. That's just me uh, trying to make sure the bowl looks a certain way. All right, so I put greens at the bottom, and all I'm gonna do is just add my quinoa to the top. All right. Just gonna add quinoa to the top. Can you see? I feel like the camera keeps shifting. So if the camera is shifting too much and you can't see anything, let me know. Okay, if you can't see anything, let me know. All right. Okay, that's it. So here um, I have my arugula. You don't have to use arugula, right? For this, you can use shredded lettuce. You can use spinach. You can use chopped up kale if you like. Those are other options. You can use endive, which endive is very light. They are very similar to lettuce, but they're not. They look the same, but they have a bitterness to them. The base, the other greens that you can use shredded cabbage if you like. If you want to keep with the consistent theme of cabbage, you can add more cabbage if you like. It's very hearty. You can use steamed broccoli rabe at the bottom, watercress if you want to increase the protein and amino acids available to you, and the iron as well. You know, lamb's quarters is another great addition. Escarole, thank you, Sister Kashia. Escarole is also wonderful as well. There's just a long list. If you like purslane, little bits of purslane because the oxalic acid can get you. But purslane is also a good option too. Or you can use cooked greens, if you like, right? If you like, but we like it raw here. So that's that. I'm going to just go ahead and add some of my pink or red cabbage to the side. And then I did some onions, but I didn't do all the onions. I told you I made these really delicious bean falafel balls, so we're going to add that to it. Please, if the lighting has shifted a little bit, I apologize. For some reason, the lighting constantly shifts and it takes away from what you can see. So if there's anything else that I need to do to shift or change the lighting so it's brighter, let me know. All right. So any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Escuela, that's funny. Sister Deidre says, what about noodles? So yes. So noodles are a definite option. Noodles are a definite option, right? And they're a good option because if you're serving this to youth and you know they may prefer noodles, you can mix in the greens into some noodles and serve the noodles, put the noodles on the bottom. So noodles are a great option instead of quinoa. I wouldn't do noodles and quinoa. I wouldn't use mashed potatoes or another. And of course, when I say potatoes, I'm not talking about white potatoes. I'm actually talking about the sweet potato, all right, or even purple ones, all right, even purple ones. I think there was a question, Brother Antonio. Did I answer your question about the marinating of veggies? I believe I did. The marinating of the cabbage. I believe I did. He says I don't know the name of the stuff. I just eat them. Hey, that's good. Um, okay. All right. Well, let's see if we can. Let me finish this bowl because I want to finish because I'm just talking away, talking away. I'm gonna add some avocado to this. Add some avocado. In the meantime, between time. All right. I'm gonna add a little bit of a piece of avocado. And there's some other things that I want to include on the side. All right. Just watch me for a second. All right. So we're going to add mango salsa in everything. So this has a lot of cabbage in it, and because it's been marinating for a while, what you'll find is you have access to a lot of prebiotics, right? And that helps with digestion. Really helps with increasing digestion. So this is a good bowl, all right? And again, if you have a problem digesting greens, all of the cabbage, especially if you use fermented cabbage and so on, it's definitely going to help to help you with breaking down, the food, breaking down some of this. Brother Antonio says, yes, you did. I know I did. I thought I did. Sister Maxie, yeah, yes, it's yummy. I appreciate. Listen, I am ready to eat. This is gonna be a late uh, dinner this evening, but yes. So now there's something else I almost forgot. I remember when you're creating the Buddha, your bowls, it's all about looking for what you have already prepared in the fridge. You're not making anything from scratch. Even though I made the mango salsa today from scratch, you're not really making anything um, from scratch. You're looking at all of what you prepared already for the strong, and then you're just putting little tidbits and pieces together. I want to add some cheese to mine. So all I'm going to do is just either slice some, which is a good option. Um, but in this case, I'm just going to put some, like a little blob of cheese or a little ball of cheese inside of my avocado and call that George, according to some people. Call it George. So I'm going to add a little bit of the cheese. And then I'm going to add some more color to it and some more heat to it. I'm going to add some hot sauce on here. And that's it. Okay. If you want sauce, extra sauce, that's something that I do at the bottom. So because I'm making this bowl for someone who's probably a light eater and checking calories and so on, I did not include a thick sauce at the bottom. But you can include a nice thick sauce at the bottom, then place your arugula on top, then layer. So you're pretty much, all you're doing is layering and adding. And, you're putting things in places where it's going to increase the yumminess, right? And make it look good. And make it look good. All right? So, yeah, that's the Buddha bowl, right? That's it. It's as simple as that. It requires, again, just a little bit of creativity or no creativity at all. You don't have to worry about the color combination. You don't have to worry about the color combination. You don't have to worry about anything except the nutritional content of your bowl. There we have it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, and I wouldn't say if, please, if you can, go to the comment section and leave a comment. It always helps. It increases engagement for our channel, and it allows for us to have a little bit more visibility. If you enjoyed this evening's Sovereign Eats Share, please share this video recipe and food demo with all your friends and everyone, all your relatives and all of your family members, and let them know that the Sovereign Eats shares on every Sovereign Sunday. We share food demos to help support you through the process of transitioning to a vegan lifestyle or plant-based lifestyle. We offer services. We can help you go through that process together. So find us on sovereigneats.com or go to Instagram and look for us because we're there. We have live videos talking a mile a minute about all sorts of things. And we also have additional videos where we interview people and have talks, right? Plant-based talks with others, those who are transitioning, those who have transitioned, and those who are doing great work while maintaining a plant-based life. All right? Thank you all for tuning in, joining us in the space, and I will see you again. If you do have questions and you want to, hold on, I see another question. What kind of hot sauce? It's a secret hot sauce. And if you want the secret hot sauce, baby, maybe I'll do a sauce series, right? Saucy, baby. A saucy workshop, right? How about that? Join us for the saucy workshop. But no, seriously, you can recreate. Have a peaceful evening, everyone. She says, have a peaceful evening. Sister Maxine says, Toda, thank you. Thank you, Sister Kashia, for being in space. She says, come on. All right. Maybe I'll give it to you another time. Peace. Enjoy your time. Wellness is yours. Hold on to it. And again, those of you who showed up, I really appreciate it. And again, if you do create your Buddha bow, make sure to tag the Sovereign Eats on Instagram and let us know that you created it. Share it all over your stories and share the video link with those who you know. Enjoy the music while we leave, 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 leave. Oh, and I learned how to dance in Cuba. That was so good. It was good. Good. Got my dancing skills up. I need to keep dancing. Peace.